Welcome to another episode of Candid Conversations, hosted by yours truly, Tech Coach Ralph, where we are engineered to win. In today's episode, I wanted to talk to you about why it is important for you to stay busy. It is one of the most important things that you can do in your life is to always be busy, right? And what does it mean to always be busy? Does that mean like you're always constantly running around, doing this, doing that, you don't have any time? No. To me, being busy is having a full calendar, right? We've spoken about setting up your calendar in the past, and I think it's really, really important that your calendar reflects your busyness, right? It reflects your availability, because I remember I remember in I think it was next Friday or something like that when they asked Cat Williams, like, oh, something about, oh, are you available on this? And he's like, hold on, let me check my Palm Pilot, right? And it's like, oh, it looks like I don't have anything to do. And it was a funny scene, but I think that that idea is correct, right? You need to you need to be busy, and by being busy, you're going to be allocating your time wisely, right? The way that I set up my meetings and everything like that is you fill out a form and you drop time on my calendar, and then the things that I am doing on that I'm working on as well. Like I have everything scheduled, right? And then now on my calendar, it's the limited availability that I have left, so you can schedule meetings and appointments with me and stuff like that. But I every single thing that I'm going to do, right, is going to fall within a time slot. And the time slots can change because it's based on the openings that I have. So there's things that are scheduled for certain for like they're fixed, right? They're always going to happen on certain days and everything like that. And then I have, okay, I have my live stream schedules, I have my jujitsu schedule, I have my work schedule, I have different tasks that I'm working on, things like that. And it helps me stay organized and stay focused and have consistency, right? Consistency is key. So when when I don't have that, right, I find myself easily susceptible to not doing what I'm supposed to do, and for people to be able to waste my time. And as you know, I hate when people waste my time. That is like one of the like that and excuses. When people make excuses and when people waste my time. And then when you combine people making excuses to waste my time, oh my goodness, that I just can't deal with that, right? So the point is you have to be busy, right? You so many people they want to accomplish these massive goals and stuff like that. And they don't have it written down. They don't have any plans. They don't have any roadmap, and it's just oh, I just want to do this, right? I just want to do this, and I just want to. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the plan? It's to do this. I'm like, okay, how are you going to do it? And then radio silence. You don't hear from them. You don't see them anymore, right? The the biggest fear that I don't well, it is a fear that people have, but it's also an excuse. And the reason that they do it is because people don't like accountability. That is the part. People do not like accountability. I was telling someone the other day that the main reason that I started putting content on YouTube and especially doing live streams was to keep myself accountable to do what I said I wanted to do. So if I said I wanted to learn, I don't know, Python or whatever, right? And I would I would like, oh, I don't have time, I'm busy and stuff like that. But at the same time, I'm able to watch some TV show, right? Like I love the Chicago series. Like one of my favorite shows is Chicago PD. But but the thing is, I did have time. I was just using it for something else, right? Now, when I am able to schedule everything that I need to do, I know all the things I need to do. I have to record videos. I have to study this. I have to learn that. I have to live stream and everything like that. It all goes onto the calendar, right? And when it's on the calendar, I am able to say, okay, I know I need to take care of this, and until I take care of this, right, nothing else comes before because I am busy. I'm busy. So some like people say, oh, I want to meet with you. Well, schedule a link on the calendar, right? or sometimes it's like people that you're close with, like, oh, I need to meet with you, and I want to talk to you about it. Okay, what do you want to talk about? Can you do it within 30 to 60 minutes, right? I can give you up to an hour, right? And if they can't do it, then sorry, but you need to ruthlessly prioritize your time so that you can accomplish the things that you want to do, right? In the Patreon, I'm going to be releasing a video about how to get started, like the foundation of getting started with applying the agile methodology to your life, right? And then eventually we're going to do a more comprehensive video about, like, okay, what is the agile methodology and how you can use that to help you in your personal life, and it's also going to help you in your work life, right? I honestly believe that the way that, like, there's so much organization and structure at work, or there should be, that you can take that application and apply it to your life, right? And be successful in your own life the way that you want to be successful at work. Now, if you're not successful at work, then that you got to fix that too, right? But a lot of times, even when people who are looking to transition into the IT field and stuff like that, and they don't know how to work, which is one of the setbacks. One of the things that hold them back from actually getting into actually transitioning is that they don't know how to work, and they just try to wing it. They don't have a schedule. They don't have a calendar. They're not busy enough, right? They just a lot of times we like to rely on boot camps and things like that because we want to be forced by someone else to do what we're supposed to do, right? So we're accountable through a proxy instead of being accountable through yourself. You know, like I said, people hate accountability. It's like kryptonite. So when you actually are using your calendar and you say, okay, even if you're going through some course with whatever, right? But you still need to do your own work. You know, I can't tell you how many times where I am taking a course, like usually through Udemy, and I start to I start to get my own ideas, and I start to pivot away from exactly like following along what's going on in the course, so that I can end up understanding better, and I can like you know it was about a week and a half ago now, where I'm like, you know what, I'm let me go back to the basic Flutter course because I wanted to do it in a test driven development way. But in that class, they said, if you're not familiar with Flutter yet, we suggest you like go learn the basics. Well, all right, cool. I learned the basics, and from learning the basics, I was able to like totally take off, and like I haven't even really checked that course in a week now, but there was one part I got stuck on, and then I went and I checked the course, and they were able to. I was like, okay, cool, I got it, and now I'm back on my own and everything like that. And does that mean I'm not going to finish the course? Of course, I'm going to go through the course. However, it helped me understand it so much better by just getting that information that I needed, and then being able to apply it for myself. And and what eventually ended up happening is because I wanted to focus more on this. I said, you know what, I'm going to repurpose the morning show where we're going to use that. We're going to dedicate that time to like that challenge that we're doing is going to be to learning and understanding Flutter, challenging ourselves to do it in a test driven development way, which just this past like between the time that I'm recording this video right now and the day before, I figured out how to actually get it in a test driven way. But that's because I was busy, right? I By me being busy, it prevents people from being able to pull me in all types of different directions and wasting my time. And if you value your life, right, then you're not going to allow people to waste your time. And it's funny because the first app I ended up building as a mobile app was the time cost calculator because your time is extremely important, extremely valuable. So knowing the calculations of your time and how much time that you end up wasting, which is how much money you end up wasting by wasting time, right? Or how much money you end up making by using your time wisely. That was one of the motivations of getting that done so fast, because guess what? Everything that I build is primarily to help me. And if it can help you, then more power to it. Right. But that's how you have to think, right? It's like everything that you do has to primarily help and benefit you. And naturally, when it does do that, it's going to bleed over into helping and benefiting other people as well. You know, um, and that's the part that is a part of being busy. Because if you're not busy, how are you going to get anything done? The time that you get things done is by being busy. However, that busyness goes, right? If you're at work and you're busy, it's because you're busy getting stuff done. You know, you need to have ruthless prioritization, ruthless organization. And for me, the way that you start that off is by using your calendar, doing a list, right? Like I was mentioning earlier, as I get into talking more about agile, which I'm going to be doing for my Patreon members, we're going to be talking about, the agile methodology, scrum, sprints, all that good stuff, right? And how to use that so that you can organize your life, organize the things that you're learning, how you apply them, and ultimately it should, not only should, it will get you to where you say that you want to be. I can't even count how many people I've come across who say they want something and then you say, okay, here's a blueprint to do it. And then it turns out they really didn't want it as they said. They really didn't want it as they said. But accountability exposes the truth. Simple as that. If you say you want something, what are you going to do to get it? It's as simple as that. Like you have to lay it all on the line. You know, it, it, the things that criminals do, right? If they were to have that same work ethic for something productive, they would be so far. Like a lot of them are pretty intelligent at doing bad things, but when it comes to doing good, dumb as a rock. And I think that we actually have so much potential if we were to be patient and if we were to actually be busy by allocating our time wisely. Because I guarantee you, if you do not allocate your time wisely, there are going to be people who come and they're going to say you're going to be like the wind, being able to be swayed and pushed in every which direction because you had no purpose, you had no goal. And then you let their purpose become your goal. Biggest mistake you can make. Because if you give people the opportunity to use you, then they will. Right? When you see all these scams and all these things happening left and right, what is it that why do you think that happens, right? People would rather go for the get rich quick scheme than to be accountable, say, okay, I am going to put this work in, I am going to do what I have to do. Because they don't want to be busy. They want to just be able to sit back on the couch, watch something on TV, whatever the case may be. And I don't think that's going to be to your benefit. It's actually going to be to your detriment. You know? So what are you going to do? Are you going to really be busy? Because a lot of people, they say, oh, I'm so busy, I'm so busy, I'm so busy. No, you're not really busy because the thing is, you're just unorganized. That's what it is. Most people who say they're busy, they're not busy, they're just unorganized. They don't know how to allocate their time. They don't know how to like, not only do they not know how to allocate their time, they also don't want to. Because if they say, okay, I have to do this between this time and that time, then what happens when somebody calls you up and says, hey, I'm going to do this. Do you want to go? Well, that sounds fun. But you had something scheduled to do. And that is why we don't want to use our calendar. There's been people that I've coached. I said, hey, you need to use your calendar. You need to schedule everything. Never did it. And sometimes I'll say to somebody like, let me see your calendar. Why? I want to see what you have on there. And then there's nothing on there. I'm like, oh, yeah, but we had this conversation like a month ago. Why is there nothing on your calendar? Oh, I'm getting to it. No, you're not. No, you're not. I tell people, I'm like, hey, you even wanna schedule the time that you sleep. Sleep costs money, right? Now, depending on the amount of time that you need sleep, how much time you need to sleep, that's up to you, right? But the point is, sleeping costs money. Eating costs money. Everything you do costs money because time is money. So when you are not busy, you are wasting time. Therefore, you are wasting money. I remember I was having a conversation with somebody, right? And they told me, you can't put a price on that. I'm like, yes, you can. And I said, I pull out my calculator. This is how much it cost me. Now, does that mean it's not worth it? See, the calculation does not tell you whether it's worth it or not. That is totally up to you, right? But the thing is, knowing the analytics, knowing the data, knowing the cost, you need to know the cost of everything. Would you go to war with somebody without knowing if you can win? You got to be meticulous. You got to plan. And I think that's where we go wrong. We don't want to like we want to say that we're busy without actually being busy. No, be busy without saying that you're busy. And when you can truly be busy, then you just won't like you're gonna do you. You're gonna do what you have to do. You're gonna see, oh, this is happening, that's happening, all this stuff, and it's like I have things to do. I have goals that I need to get done. I have a plan in place, and I have a schedule that supports my plans. And there's always room for adjustment, but a lot of times people think about the adjustments and stuff like that before they even set the plan, before they even set the goals, before they even set their calendar. And that's why I believe that most people are not serious. Why do you ask for help or sign up for coaching if you don't follow the advice that's going to be given to you? Oh, you know better? Okay, cool. Go ahead and do what you want. Like, but why get mentorship or coaching if you're gonna do what you think is right anyways, right? I'm gonna wrap it up with this. You need to be busy all the time. Schedule every single thing that you do. See when you have time open slots. And maybe at that point you take a break and stuff like that. But if you are not where you want to be, then you need to be busy and you need to use your time wisely. You can't allow people to steal your time or for you to give away your time. However you want to look at it, whether you're giving it away, whether you're allowing people to steal it, your time is important. Your time is valuable. If somebody asks you to do something, make sure that you have the opening in your calendar. You don't have anything more important to do, and set a time frame on it. From what time to what time? No, like I told you guys before, no open-ended meetings. Everything is scheduled, and once that meeting is set, you go into your calendar and you add it and you block off that time. And that is how I'm able to get so many things done. I can live stream 6 days a week. I can put out content every day. And guess what? Right? Guess what? When you're so busy, right? You enable the people who are close to you to be busy as well. And you give them direction and things to work towards as well. You open opportunities for other people when you are busy. But if you're not doing anything, then the people around you, they might not be doing anything either. But when you set the mentality of, I am going to go out there and get it, then that that starts to rub off on other people, and it can either rub off in a positive way or a negative way. Who knows, right? They can either say, you know what, I wanna work with you, I wanna go with you, or they can like turn their nose up and say, like, oh, this is work, I'm not with it, and they separate. Whatever the case may be, you're gonna win in the long run. Whether they want to work with you or not work with you, you're still gonna win. So I would say go out there, be busy, enable other people to be busy as well. Go out there and win. That is the goal. That is the desire. That is what I want to see for you. I want you to be busy. When it's like, how's it going? It's going good. Why is it going good? Because you're busy. Being busy is going to add purpose, value, dedication, the winning mindset. And as you go through the things that you set, you're gonna like. It's like everything is a rabbit hole, right? Oh, I want to learn this. Oh, but to learn this, I need to learn that, and then you're just gonna naturally grow and grow and grow, and you're gonna get more busier. As you get busy, you're gonna find more things that you need to do, and you're gonna get busier. You will never be done. That is my goal. Never to be done. Never, like David Goggins' book, never finished. That's my mentality. That's my mindset. That's where I want to be. Like every single time I'm learning something new, I'm like, oh, but there's this. Oh, but there's that. Like look at all the things that we learned in Terraform in a short time. Look how quickly I was able to get a mobile app up via Flutter, right? Building with my tech barbarians and teaching them how to go through like actually living the agile methodology, building software and stuff like that. Giving different people different responsibilities. Giving people the opportunity to learn about databases and different type of databases, different kind of coding languages. Getting so much more familiar with AWS. Empowering people who want to transition to tech. How does it work in the real world? Not how they taught you something in a boot camp or anything like that. Empowering people. But you have to start working. You have to be busy. The reason that I can help people the way that I help them is because I'm busy. Like I'm even like for my tech barbarians, always looking for opportunities for them to gain experience, to grow, to be exposed to different opportunities, whatever the case may be, right? Actively helping them search. So I don't know. Let me know what you think, right? Let me know what you think. Am I totally off on this? Do you agree with me? Disagree? Let me know in the comments. I am so anxious to hear from you, right? Are you busy? That's my first question, right? Answer that for me in the comments. Are you busy? And if you think you could be more busy, or if you think you could be busier, let me know how. What are you going to do? Are you going to set up your calendar? Are you going to ruthlessly prioritize? Are you going to be using your time wisely? Are you going to be calculating your time to see, hey, is this worth my time? And when it comes to is it worth your time, it comes to everything. The people that you keep around you, the things that you do, how you spend your time, all that matters, all right? So let me know in the comments. I am so anxious to hear from you. I'll be looking forward to it. And I promise you, I'll respond to your comment. Just, drop me a comment and we'll go from there, right? So I'm going to be heading out. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Candid Conversations. If you have not done so already, go ahead and like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can know every single time that we go live. And if you need more additional personalized help, then check out the Patreon at www.techcoachralph.dev, where you can sign up for one-on-one coaching, as well as get access to exclusive content and exclusive live streams that I do for my Patreon members. All right. But on that note, I'm going to be signing off. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful Monday.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.
Enigmatic Joker.